figures, guiding light, readers and seekers in the night.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection Daily Inventory. Chance to check in with the universe. Good morning, Jenna. Good morning, entire freaking universe. I hope everybody had a good day yesterday. Oh, it's going to start getting hot here. So I hope everybody's prepared, drinking plenty of water. Oh, Mina does not handle heat well, and it's going to be in the 90s in Paris, and we're going to be doing nothing but walking and walking and walking. So, good morning, Jenny. How are you? Sweet rainy morning. Oh, man. Yeah, it was a lovely rain last night. You know, we had the windows open. It was raining, and I'm like, just sitting there, and I said to Mina, it's like, smell that rain. You know, nothing beats the smell of that summer rain. So, what are we doing? We are checking in with the universe, looking for that positive way to start the morning, if it's morning for you, or to maybe restart the day if you're seeing this later on, and you know, hopefully the day's been going okay, but here you get a clue, you see this, and maybe it's like, maybe I will just kind of like start the rest of this day in a little bit of a different way. So, listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. I feel that light switch go off that says, take that breath. Check in with where the feet are. Roll the ankles. God, that feels good. Have my butt do the kitty dance. Get it all nice and comfortable. Good morning, Angelina. Checking in with the shoulders, see where they are. With that breath, checking in with the neck. Doing that whole mental switch thing. So, this is where we get to check in with the universe. See what the cards have for us today. And so what am I going to do then? I'm going to make our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe, each one a different thought or idea. And if we believe in a multiverse, it is as if each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path. This conversation's a totally different path from this one, and the question is, which string do we want to pull? And today, let's go with the center one, or what I like to think of as what's right at the heart. I'm going to do our 3 in 1. Okay, with one extra sip of coffee here. The first card. It's the Page of Swords. So yesterday we ended with the Page of Swords. We had the Page of Swords over here, and he was looking that way, towards the past. So here we have the Page of Swords, and swords being our element of air, and it's our thoughts, our ideas, and sometimes our anxieties. And I need to look up to see why we have a bull flying through the air. But the butterfly makes sense. I got that because it is the element of air. And pages are when we are willing to look at things in a new way, learn something new. As I like to say, back in the 1500s, the page was somebody from royalty you would send to another court. so that the page could learn to be a knight can learn to be a king. So yesterday we had the Page of Swords, and we had some disruption and things like that. We had things to learn. So what lessons can we learn when we're the Page of Swords that we can carry forward? Well, we do learn things. And with that, sometimes as we learn, we get to go into a particular direction. We have a movement. So, court cards. Court cards can be us, could be somebody else. The cow jumped over the moon was the first thing I thought. Still trying to figure out with the Page of Swords. So, court cards can be us, could be somebody else, just part of a situation. Not male or female, it's masculine energy, feminine energy. And so when I see two court cards, I often want to try and figure out what's going on, because since they are personality cards, sometimes when there's more than one, it could be a conflict. Other times it could be like, which kind of makes sense here, is that, where we looked yesterday with the Page of Swords, it was as if learning from past issues, things that had sprung up, things that we, different confrontations or different issues that might have presented itself where we've had to learn something. And then once we start getting that idea, or once we learn something, we can move in a different direction. And that's what knights are, the element of fire. Knights are our movement, our action, our activity. They're our passion, energy. And so the Knight of Swords is what we do with those ideas. But they're kind of looking at each other. So again, we need to take that into consideration also, because the Knight is looking towards the past while he's looking at the future. Maureen, how are you? It's always amazing to see you. It really is. So I'm curious to see what the Knight might have their back to. The Nine of Coins. So, coins are the element of earth. Coins are our home, our health, our finances, and all those things that keep us grounded. So when we have the Nine of Coins, using the numerology 1 to 10, as I often say, if it's a race, from 1 to 10, 10 is not the finish line, 9 is the finish line, 10 is what we do with the winnings. So this is kind of like, what have we learned from our lessons? So with the page, it's about absorbing information. Again, it's the swords, so it's what can we learn mentally. Yesterday there was also the suggestion for the advice was to open up our heart. But today let's focus on what today's cards are. Because keep in mind, once again, the minors are just day-to-day cards. Welcome to a Thursday. It's the majors that are the destiny cards. So we wake up in the morning. Today's a brand new start. But today we make a decision that I'm going to take what I've learned, or I'm going to take the lessons presented, and I'm going to do something different, because the Knights love challenges. The Knights accept challenges. The Knights want a challenge, because that's how we prove ourselves if we're a Knight, right? So that we can move into the Nine of Coins, and nines are about fulfillment. Nines are about achieving a goal. Nines of coins are about saying, I want to do something, and I want to end the day feeling that fulfillment. So let's see what the advice card is, which is the Six of Coins. So sixes are about harmony, improvement, things getting better. Once we move past the challenges of the fives, we have to go through the fives to get to 10. Fives are always a challenge. so that when we overcome a challenge, when we crest a hill that we weren't sure we were going to make, the 6 is that feeling of breath of fresh air that says, oh, wow, now I can keep going. When we get to the 6 of coins, 6s are also about reflection. And as we see this person here, it's about sharing. Sometimes this is the person that helped us get through what we got through. Other times, this is us and being able to give back to other people. And the answer to that is yes. Cat Black, the Golden Tarot. So, yes, we get ourselves in this mental mind frame that says, okay, I'm going to go forward today. I'm going to move forward. But if there is a coin card that represents the heart, this is it. So once again, this is about taking what we've learned, taking all, we've all gone through negatives. We've all gone through issues. Now we have the opportunity to say, I've learned something in life. I'm going to carry it forward today. I have things that need to get done. I have task lists. I have these things that mentally just need to be in the right space. Today it's about mentally being in the right space with a goal of taking care of our homes, our health, our finances. So what are the things that maybe we need to take care of that have been a challenge? With the reminder that, with the 6 of coins, it's not about me. The swords are often very much about me because I'm in my head. The coins, the 6 of coins, is about reflecting on those around us. So what gift do we have that we can offer by the end of the day as we go through challenges? What improvement, what is it that is our goal that we need to set for today to be of service to ourselves, to be of service to others, our loved ones? But this is very much about setting a goal and achieving it today. And remembering that it's a positive for all of us because of the 6 of coins. What's a goal that we can achieve today that's going to be a positive not just for us, but for others around us? And with that, I hope everybody has that amazing day. I hope we all have, and again, these are minor, so it could just be the smallest of goals. Today, I'm going to set a goal of maybe making Mina a nice dinner. Oh, good morning, Luce. So my goal today is I'm going to go to the store and I'm just going to make Mina a nice dinner because she helps me get through stuff. Take care, everybody. Have an amazing day, and I will be back here again tomorrow.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand, whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures